What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the ADH Night Train. Today I have a special treat for you. My first ever firearm, the Browning T-Bolt 22 long rifle. Stay tuned. All right, so the Browning T-Bolt 22 long rifle. What do I have to say about it? Well, I think I'm going to be a little biased because this is the first rifle that first gun I ever had. And I got this when I was 14 years old. My parents bought it for me, and it was one of those guns that, you take out hunting. And I've shot a lot of birds, squirrels, varmints with this, and it's just been near and dear to my heart ever since I got shooting, and it's the one gun to thank for basically every other gun purchase since. I'm sure Grace loves that. So let's get into it. What is the Browning T-Bolt 22 long rifle? Well, it is a bolt action 22. It's kind of a crossbreed between a semi-automatic rifle and a bolt action. And essentially all it does is, instead of having to rotate the bolt and pull it back, you don't really need lockup when it comes to a 22 long rifle. So this just allows you to pull the bolt straight back, and it still does have lockup. It has a locking bolt here that when the rifle gets close, or the bolt gets close to closing, it slides and locks into place, and that's essentially your lockup. But it doesn't have to be extremely robust like a 30-06 or something like that. So essentially that's the design features. The T-Bolt itself, the barrel is rated to be one of the best. I forget the twist rate, but it essentially can outshoot a lot of your extremely high-end or high-priced 22 long rifles for a $650 gun. And another extremely cool feature is it has the double helix magazines, which are extremely expensive. They're like $60. Really don't know why they're that expensive, but that is what actually makes the Browning T-Bolt. That was one of the other features that really set it in its class. Other than it being an extremely pretty gun and with this walnut stock finish, it's what you expect out of a 22 long rifle for $600 in the gun at the time that I purchased it, or well, my family purchased it, and then $400 for the scope. About $1,000 total, and I've had the gun for going almost 10 years now. So there you go. That gives you my age. Alright, getting back to it, what do I hate about the Browning T-Bolt 22? Well, this is, I think, where my bias comes in. Since I grew up and learned shooting fundamentals on this particular platform, there's not really much for me to hate on it, because it's really taught me everything I know about firearms, well, basic firearm safety at that. And I started out with a Leupold VX2 rimfire scope, which for a 22 caliber rifle, that's an extremely high-end scope, really good. And it's just a really great combination, and you could spend a lot more money and really not see much better results, is really what I have to say with that. I fired a lot of 22 rifles in my short life, and this by far is probably one of my favorites when it comes to actually applying it in the real world, when it comes to varmint hunting, squirrel hunting, things like that. Just a very, very good hunting / varmint platform rifle. It's very, very simplistic. Now, some of the drawbacks, basically the only thing I can actually think of is the action is still slower than a semi-automatic 22 long rifle, but it also allows the rifle to be a little bit more reliable because it's operated off of the shooter's working of the action. So you can have lighter loaded 22 shells and they'll still function in this gun just fine, whereas a semi-automatic they may not. But other than that, when you compare it to something like a Ruger 1022, I think the build quality is a lot better and the finish is a lot more pretty. especially with like the gold trigger and things like that. And I would definitely say the accuracy is a little bit better. Barrel just has a lot more machining precision and time in it, but it's just a great 22 long rifle. And if you're looking for any ideas to get your younger generation into firearms, this one did it for me, so it might work for someone else. With that said, let's shoot some more.
Okay.
Fumble!
Good job.
All right, I have this sighted in for 25 yards, so I'm going to shoot it at 25 yards free-handed at the steel target. Then we'll go up and take a look at the grouping. Now, since this is free-handed, technically, is this a very scientific test? No, but you'll get the gist. 22 long rifle. Here we go. So right here you can see this is the grouping at 25 yards with the T-bolt. Especially being free-handed, you really can't complain about that. Kind of shooting fast and relaxed, but really not much to complain about. There you go. You got it. All right, we're gonna be shooting this gun at 100 yards. Browning T-bolt, 22 long rifle. Let's do it. Okay. Miss. 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 I'm shooting too high. There we go. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I didn't really spew a whole lot of information, but I really did want to show you guys a look at the Browning T-bolt 22 long rifle. It's one of my favorite guns. Stay tuned for more content. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you. I will see you all next time.